Welcome, impactful parents. Today, we're going to talk about how to do holidays differently from a financial coach. Hello, my name is Christina Campos. I'm founder of The Impactful Parent, and I help parents of school-age children turn their chaos into connection with their adolescent. I offer parent education videos, online courses, and coaching. And if that wasn't enough, I bring experts in on other fields onto the Impactful Parent stage to teach you even more. And today I have a special guest, Sarah VanHoose. Sarah is focused on helping individuals, couples, and small business owners stress less about their money by making a plan and walking through it with encouraging accountability through her online coaching business, which is called Journey to Influence. Sarah, she makes money stuff seem so simple and easy to understand. I'm really excited to have her on the show today to talk about how we can be smarter about holiday money spending this season. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you, Christina. I'm excited to talk about doing holidays a little differently.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough subject for a lot of parents. We save all year long. We want to do what's right by our kids. And what I mean by that is just making them happy. We just want to see those smiles around the holiday season. So, what are your suggestions?
I'm with you, all about the smiles, all about kind of giving our kids the things that we didn't have, sometimes like we're trying to gift our kids with those things. But I think at the end of the day, experiences, are where it's at more than a thing, more than that tech gadget tool, right? Or that really cool baby doll or whatever it is, right? Experiences and memories are really kind of what last a lifetime. Several years ago, my husband and I decided to do Christmas a little bit differently. We decided not to get our kids any Christmas gifts. I know, like the blasphemy, right? No Christmas gifts from the kids for our kids, and do something called calendar adventures instead. So I'll just kind of lay it out for you here. We have, and it's had gone through several reiterations, right, over the years, but each month we have a family date essentially that we will go on, and we put a picture on the calendar that alludes to said date, but we learned long ago not to actually put it on the calendar because life happens, so we don't actually predict the date. We just put a little picture of what's happening that month. Sometimes the kids guess it right, sometimes they don't guess it right, sometimes they're spot on, but they have a little illusion about what it's going to end up being, and then they get the calendar as the thing that they open on Christmas morning. And then we get to really have like 12 different gifts that we open as a family, that we get to experience these things through what we call calendar adventures.
This is an amazing idea. I love it, especially with the idea of gifting our kids experiences. I think as parents, we get stuck in a box of physical toys, and it's got to be this, and they want these electronics and they want that. And really, what makes people grow and bond is experiences. And if
Yes.
we can get our kids to appreciate experiences, then we'll still see those smiles that we're looking for. And
Right.
I think
On
that's the
repeat.
key, though.
Mhm.
How do
Yeah.
we get them to appreciate experiences?
Okay, so I will be honest. The first time that we took away the toys and gifted them a calendar, they were like, "What is this?" Right? I'm like, "Hang on a minute. Like, hang on. It's going to be great." But then we got to watch with anticipation each time that we turned the calendar and they were guessing about what we might be doing. Right? There's a picture of a snow-covered hill. Were we going to go skiing? Or were we going to go sledding? Or like what were we going to do? Right? So we get to build up that anticipation and watch them enjoy the experience, time after time again. Now they look forward to their calendar each year, as we move forward. So yeah, the first opening of it's not going to be great. So just be prepared. But moving forward, you're giving a gift to your kids in time. Kids want our time. They want dedicated time, and they want it to be special. And how often are we quick to just have something else to do? Has made my husband and I very intentional with our time to make sure that we are penciling in this calendar once a month. We're taking some time in advance each year and kind of thinking about whether or not we want to do a big vacation or just a bunch of small ones. Not all of these things need to be grandiose. It can be something as simple as a picnic in the park, right? It can be a bowling date. One of our kids' favorites is when we each take them out on a date. right? And we get some one-on-one time with them. Or we have kids' choice, right? Where they get to fight about, whose idea is best, and they ultimately land on what they want to do, right? Within a budget, right? In a time frame, and get to do that. So I think starting it early, right? Starting it young, I think is a great idea. And it's just they're gonna appreciate it when they're 25 for sure. You're gonna get some grumblings, I think, occasionally, right? As teens. But they're really gonna appreciate it as they get older, the time that they got to spend with their family.
Thank you for being candid about how it's probably going to be rough the first year, but also about the truth that in the end, your kids are going to love it. They do want your time. That's really what kids need. They just want their one day of attention and for you to put down the phone or the computer or whatever it is and just like focus on them. That means more to children more than anything.
Yeah.
So at what age do you recommend that these calendar adventures are really like that prime spot for?
Yeah, I think starting it out in elementary school is golden. Once they start to appreciate hanging out a little bit more and going to activities. I think that we started our kids when the youngest was in kindergarten, right, and the older one was in second grade. And now we are 12 and 9 years old, right? We've been doing it for several years. My oldest daughter, Jid just asked, she's like, "Are we going to do this when I'm like 25?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know. Probably not when you're 25, but maybe there's something to staying connected, right? Intentionally staying connected, intentionally spending time with one another. It doesn't have to be that tech toy. It doesn't have to be the thing that's on their list. I think they will ultimately value these experiences far more than anything that they got. They probably can't even remember what you got them last year. Let's be honest.
And just listening to you, I'm thinking to myself, if it was me, I would mix it up between family experiences and individual experiences with each one of my kids because as a mother of 4, my children crave their individual time with me, and
Yeah.
they love the family time, but the individual time is really kinda what makes them bond with me more. They crave it, like I said. They look forward to those days so much more. So just throwing out some more ideas for parents, but my real question to you is, this can get expensive. So
Mm.
how can I do this on a budget?
Totally like up my alley, Christina. So I'm a financial coach. We talk about doing these things on a budget all the time. Like I said, it can be really simple. One of my youngest daughter's favorite things to do is renting Redbox or Netflix, something we're streaming something and we order a Domino's pizza. It's a date night for $15, right? It does not have to be extravagant. It doesn't have to always be a beach trip or something with lots of tickets or going to the symphony. All of those things are great ways to introduce our kids into different cultural activities, different things that might feel grown up, but we want to get for them to gain other experiences. Also, it can just really just be really simple time. So set your budget. I've got a free tool for you guys. It's called the Calendar Adventure Planner, where you can gather up some ideas, figure out what your budget is for the year, and then start to build that in backwards so that you can create a calendar adventure of your own.
That is great, and that's gonna be a freebie for our audience, right?
Exactly.
And that's gonna be so valuable. Go and get that. And then how do we get started with this? Because I know there's a lot of parents maybe saying, "This is a good idea. Maybe I could do something like this." But, that first step is the hardest one.
Go ahead and start by just giving it a try. So decide that you want to do it for the year. We're getting to the holiday season, right? It's rapidly approaching. So stop putting any more items for them on your list, on your shopping list. Start to decide a few things that you might want to do. Write them down. Ultimately, just do a little brainstorming session of things that you might want to do with your kids. Give yourself 10-15 minutes. I bet that you come up with 20 different ideas, and then start whittling it down. Start to put things into the right seasonal order, right? If you want to do a wintertime activity, maybe that's January or December. If you want to do something where it's hot right out, plant it in the summertime. If there are free festivals, if there are parties that you already know are attending, if you already have a vacation on the books, that's absolutely part of your calendar adventure. So start looking ahead and trying to be intentional about putting those things in together.
So what I hear you saying is that this could be an amazing asset and something that's could be wonderful for these holiday seasons, but we need to plan it out. We got to take that time that we're not spending in the mall and shopping and doing all that, and instead putting our time into planning.
Yes. Yeah. And like I said, it does not have to be a 20-hour project. Our first calendar was a very simple Costco calendar or Shutterfly calendar, whatever I had like a promo code for, that had some really simple pictures, right, in the image area. And that was it. We had a rough idea of what we were going to do. 2020 made our plans a little bit more flexible, right? We learned to be a little flexible with our plans. So many things were shut down. We had a picture of railroad tracks. We were going to like ride the train up to see a baseball game up in Seattle. Baseball games were closed. So we ended up doing something that was at a railroad park, right? We just had to get a little bit creative. Again, like at the end of the day, our kids want time with us, whether individually or whether as a family. That's what's most important. Get creative, but you get to essentially open 12 different gifts in a year instead of having your kids open one gift that they probably don't remember 6 months later.
Yeah, my kids don't remember what gifts and who gave them what and whatever. They have plenty, and yeah, it's just they don't need a whole lot.
Right.
My last question to you is, as a veteran mom who's done this and you're recommending it to others, do you recommend that we involve our children in the picking out of what they want to do process, or do they like it better when it's surprise?
Ooh, that's a good question. We have never brought our kids into the planning stages of it. So maybe we need to give that a try. But it's actually been a kind of a fun date night for my husband and I to do, is to do that together, figure out what that is, and then surprise the kids with it. So Christmas morning, they get to open up the calendar, they flip ahead to see what might be like on the radar for them. And that gets to be a fun surprise moment for us as we watch them with some anticipation.
And if people are resonating with this, they want more from you. You are a great financial advisor. They could get to you for so many different other resources. Can you very briefly just tell me what other things do you offer for the public that they can come and find you for, and how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. So my website is myjourneytoinfluence.com. We've got lots of blog posts out there if you're looking. We've got family related, money related, obviously. There's some inspirational content in there as well. There's a couple of freebies out there as well, 65 ways to save, 5-step journey to thrive. Lots of things to get your hands on if you're looking to just be more intentional, right, with your time, talent, your money.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I hope today's episode brought value to you. And if you would like to become a more impactful parent, download the Impactful Parent app. The Impactful Parent app is free to download and full of episodes just like this one to help you in your parenting journey. So carry help, tips, and parenting resources right in your pocket so you can refer to them whenever you need it most. Plus, when you download the Impactful Parent app, you are also joining a community of like minded parents that also want to be the best parent they can to their child. So, download the app for free and discover new techniques to make your parenting more effective. See the warning signs for problems before they start, and then get parenting resources that's going to make your life easier. All of this and so much more can be found inside the app and literally right in your pocket. So download it today. You got nothing to lose. It's free. So go to theimpactfulparent.com and discover how you can step up your parenting game and be a more impactful parent. But until next time, you got this, parents. I'm just here to help.